Peace, love, prosperity, abundance, self-love, self-care, wisdom, knowledge, patience, understanding, all the four corners of the earth standing. How you doing, family? I hope each and every one of you is doing good, taking care of yourself, drinking a lot of water. As you can see where my water at. I just filled this up again. And I have varieties of water, and I need to get a new device. Maybe my birthday, that would be a birthday present to myself. And the funny thing is I'm graduating on my birthday. I kind of just snitch on my my birthday, but let's see anyway. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get a new device for my birthday. And when I do get it, I'm gonna need my son or somebody to help me, because I'm gonna do an experiment, and I want y'all to see. Because sometimes when I talk, I don't know how God made me, but I'm very different. My approach to spirituality is different. And I don't know if I'm the only person that feels like this, but again, I'm gonna show you, because sometimes people want the proof. And so I'll show you the proof, okay? On that note, I had to take a sip of water. Grand rising and grand rising and grand rising. Today's topic is going to be on miscarriage. You know, miscarriage. If you're not an English speaking person and you don't understand what miscarriage is, it's when you lose a baby before the baby is born. Okay? I know you're watching this video and you've been through this experience. I'm not going to call your name, so you know what I'm saying. But yesterday, before I went to bed last night, I had to cook for the week. I had to clean the house a little bit. I went to bed actually Sunday morning. And after taking a bath, I was in bed and I said, what if everybody that is on this planet, what if God didn't create all of us to give birth? You know, get pregnant and give birth. What if some of us came here to be parents to kids that don't have parents, you know, to adopt kids, to adopt children? The world is overpopulated. I don't know who told us that God said we must procreate, but it's a lot of us. And people just procreate for procreation because the Bible said give birth. The Bible said this, or God said that, God said that. But again, our fingers are not the same. And there's no way that God will create all of us and say, hey, I want all of y'all to have the same life experience. No. You know, but so I was saying this to myself, and this afternoon I woke up and one of my girlfriends had, you know, texted me like, hey sis, how you doing? And I'm like, I'm good, blah, 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 blah. And she told me that she had a miscarriage. This is her second miscarriage. And I was telling her, trying to keep her spirit up, encourage her and stuff like that. And then she mentioned it to me that she's thinking about adoption. And when she said that, I knew that it was a sign. The God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, was talking to me. Because I was just talking about this in less than 24 hours. My girlfriend hit me up and said she's going to adopt, and she wants to educate herself more on adoption. And she will still try to have a child. And I encourage her. I say, you have my 100% support. I support you. And honestly, I believe that not everybody came here to give birth. You know, there are a lot of kids out here that need a loving family, a loving home, a loving mother, a loving father. And there's nothing wrong with being a parent to that child. We shouldn't let society it's so much programming. And when you're going through this spiritual awakening, it little by little, gradually, things will start opening itself and you just see things. I get it. And someday, maybe if I'm blessed with enough money, I might adopt. I might. And so the video is about miscarriage. I told her, I don't know everything about spirituality, but I'm just sharing my 2 cents based on what I know, not what somebody told me, what I personally know. In the scripture, it says that God knows us before God created us. That means every soul that is on this planet, God knows. Souls that will leave tomorrow means that will go to heaven tomorrow, God knows. Souls that will, die next week, you and I don't know, but God knows. If a child is going to be born, God knows. We don't know, because God knows everything. The scripture says that, and I know you know it too. So I was trying to encourage her, and I'm going to encourage you. Again, I don't know it all. This is just my little 2 cents. When a woman goes through miscarriage, that is because the soul is not ready to be born. Not because you are a sinner, not because you've done something, not because God is mad at you, or the universe is mad at you, or your ancestors is mad at you. No. We all chose to come here. We are all chosen. And I believe that when the souls, whether they are above or they bottom, wherever they are, when they look down and see how messed up this world is, again, I don't know it all. I'm just saying. Maybe, the child decided, Daddy, because I call God Daddy. Sometimes I call God Mommy. That soul was like, Daddy, I agree to come here, but I don't want to be born anymore. Take me out. I want to go back to where I don't even want to be here. This is a messed up world. I don't want to be part of it. So let me go through miscarriage. This is my 2 cents. This is my 2 cents. That the soul isn't ready to be part of the people on this planet. Again, if you are spiritually enlightened like I am, again, I don't know it all, you will understand that there are no accidents. There are no coincidences. Everything is meant to happen. And you have a right. You have a power. Remember, everything happens in the spirit before it manifests into the physical. You're just a physical being, but you are a spirit in the physical. That's why when a person dies, the spirit leaves, and it leaves this body here, which is the physical. If you go through miscarriage, that is because on this other side, on the spiritual side, when you want to say heaven, the baby, the soul already agreed that it doesn't want to be born. And if you are pregnant, it has to go through miscarriage. You end up losing the baby. Again, I believe that if you are meant to have a baby, you will have it. If you are not meant to have it, you won't have it. Because at the end of the day, all power belongs to the Creator. All power belongs to God. No human being got power over God. As much as I get angry at the world sometimes, I also say to myself that God knows everything that's going on. And so today, if you're watching this video and you've lost a baby, I can't say that I understand, even though in some way I do, because I myself, yes. So I understand what you're going through. But I also want you to say this to yourself, that it just wasn't time for that baby, for that soul to be reincarnated on this planet. But I can assure you one thing, that baby is watching over you from above. That soul is watching over you from above. Okay? Nothing happened by accident. If it's meant for you to be a mother, to carry your own child, it will happen. If it's not meant for you, maybe God wants you to be a parent to a child in a foster home. Just maybe. I love you. And if you have lost a child, I'm sending you some healing energy. I'm sending you some positive energy. I'm sending you some strength to make it through. I love you, and give yourself a hug. African kisses. Kiss on yourself. One love. It shall get better. It shall be well. It's little by little, but we will get there. You are loved. Don't let nobody play you. You are loved. God loves you no matter what.